I ain't said a whole lot, but I'm getting a lot of game because this is a vision that I have. Is that sooner or later I see everybody else coming together but us, and I'm tired of seeing a black man playing the role of the ignorant nigga. I'm tired of seeing the black lady playing the role of the whore and the slut. And it all ties back into the mental illness. And as she was talking, I'm going to shut up. Somebody said, was it you? It's called chance and choice.
I said it.
Chance and choice.
And likewise.
Chance and choice.
That's what it boils down to.
That's a T-shirt.
Chance and choice. So what she's saying,
What is
I'm
it?
not going to
Chance
speak for Miss Casey, and I understand where she's coming from.
Now, Miss Casey, Michael.
Miko, sorry, I
That's
apologize.
okay.
I apologize, Miko. We got a choice to have a sound mind, or. I want to blow this motherfucking head off. I can't do that.
It's a thought first.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna shut up, but chance and choice, and you got the floor.
Okay.
Marysville.
Yes.
You know, I'm familiar with
Okay.
Me too.
So
mental health issues.
okay. So Marysville. So because of my diagnosis and because of my history, the doctors at Marysville took it upon them to change medicine. Now, mind you, that I have been taking for over 15 years. Now, mind you, the medicine worked because I had a dual diagnosis. So the medicine worked.
What was your medicine for?
It was for paranoid schizoaffective and major depression. Okay. When I got to Marysville, the white coats read my file or whatever, and they took it upon them to up my schizophrenia medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, this medicine I have been taking, it comes in small milligrams. 2 is too much. So my doctor broke my 2 milligrams down to 1 each. Feel me on this. So these suckers took it upon them because they read what about me, my reputation. They took it up to 6 milligrams. So mind you, I'm at what is it called when you first MCC? When you first get there, state MCC. So when it was time to get up, like I got up to them banging on my bunk because I overslept. Now mind you, I'm on the top bunk, right?
Top bunk.
Top bunk. I almost fall out of the motherfucker. Now mind you, I'm diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic, and you want to wake me up like this?
That's when they come in.
So
Trying to
now,
hurt me.
I'm now everybody trying to get me. Everybody have to get me down.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I get up swinging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For one, I had just got there. I think I was there maybe like a week, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get familiar with my surroundings because I know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, and you wake me up. Boom! Get up! Get up! Get up! You ain't. I'm not dressed nothing. Y'all know how these people is up there. So, mind you, I'm like I can't stand up. You know what I'm saying? Lucid. They think I'm on drugs, which I am because y'all messed up my dosage.
Put it up to
So I had to go all the way up. To make a long story short, I had to go all the way up to the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? They had to video chat my psychologist and psychiatrist that I've been seeing for 15 years. Video chat them, and I said, you know what? Let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna do. Y'all not gonna make me a zombie up here. So since y'all was so afraid of me and this medicine and me being on that, how about I'm not gonna take any of them? Now worry about that. I'm talking about that. It was like so crazy, and when I realized that, damn, I've been taking these medicines for 15 years and I really don't need them. I just need to really know myself. And with them 2 years that I did in Marysville, I got to really know myself, my thoughts on why I want to fuck this person up. Too close to my shit. So I'm going to politely ask you to back up and give me 50 feet. These are the things, these are my triggers of why I want to fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I dealt with my mental illness. And I had to deal with it in Marysville. So, yeah, that's my story.
With you, what we just heard, I feel like what we just heard was your story, right? She just gave you a brief synopsis of her trial as well as her tribulation. JB talked about us for real going around the mountain versus going up the mountain, right? You had to go up the mountain. Going up the mountain is the high climb. Trials, tribulations, rocks coming down, knocking you back down to the bottom of the mountain. Anybody can go around the mountain. Going around the mountain is a drug dealer. Like, shit, I'm going to get knocked. I'm going to have to start over again. But the hard part is going up the mountain. Because while you go up the mountain, you're climbing, and rocks are coming down, but yet you remain relentless. Yet you persevere through your adversity. What I want to ask you now is, we know about your story. Talk to us about your glory, your purpose of why it is that you wanted to start your own podcast. How can you starting your podcast roll over into you starting to do production of movies? Plex is one of the apps that you can pull up on your TV, your Fire Stick, Tubi, and what have you. It sounds like you are in the process of becoming a pioneer and utilizing your story to build your glory. How do you utilize your story and roll that over for individuals to take a look at your podcast as well as your movies to say, "Ooh, she did it for real. She was bitten. She went to the penitentiary. This is a very attractive young lady. What did she do to get past that tumultuous time to where you are now?" You rocking with me?
Yes.
Right.
And I heard you. So what had happened was, like I said, my stint in Marysville had me, it allotted me a lot of time to sit there and figure out what Miko wanted to do. Not only what Miko wanted to do, what was I good at? Because I know I could middleman a drug deal. That's what the fuck got me in Marysville. But what was it in my mind that I would get up every day and love to do and get paid for it? Entertainment.
Purpose.
My mother said that she asked me at 3 years old, "What is it that you want to be?" At 3, I told her an entertainer. So from that moment on, she got me at the Arkansasian dance classes. I went to performing arts. I was in bands. You know what I'm saying? I did it all. So I had to go back. Marysville gave me that time to think what it is that I love to do. At the age of 10, I wrote a play, and Donald Sherman from Cincinnati Children's Theater.
You up to Donald Sherman?
Wait a minute. No.
Shout out
I wrote his first play that launched the theater.
The whole theater, that's dope.
Yes. Big up to Donald Sherman. Yes,
Yeah,
at 10 years old.
Can you tell the people, shout out to
Shout out to Donald Sherman. That is my guy. I know
our
him since I
engineer
was
is
a
aware
kid.
of Donald Sherman as well.
Yes, he is. Yes, that's
if
my
you don't
guy.
mind, turn the camera on yourself. Shout out to Donald.
Yes, at 10.
All right.
Yes, at 10 years old, it was called All My Children, and we did it at Taft High School.
Right.
It was so good too. But so I've always
That's
did
your glory.
that. Yes, and when I was in Marysville, I was like, "Self, what are you gonna do?" And I literally manifested. I said, when I get out, I got to make myself legit. So I went to Los Angeles Film School. I got my degree in entertainment business management. You know what I'm saying? If you go to LA, you cannot not see my school. It's everywhere. The alumni list is outrageous. My network is outrageous.
Wow.
And I'm such a perfectionist, big up just perfect, that when I do something, I have to do it to where I'm satisfied. I don't, if I give you a script right now that I've done, you'll be like, "Oh, this is good." And I'm like, "Eh." You know what I'm saying? And so the perfection is stopping me from really doing what I need to do. But as soon as I submit my stuff, everything's going to be perfect. But anyway, I was in prison and I got out, got my entertainment business management degree. As a kid, I've always been a talker. I'm talk your head off. I grew up with 8 boys. So I'm very rough around the edges, and you're going to hear what the heck I got to say. Because I'm the only girl. Y'all not girls. I'm the only girl.
Word.
So listen to me. I'm the wisdom.
Oh,
you're the
girl,
knowledge.
stop. Because the girl power, the sisterhood that's taking place now, it don't even matter that you're here by yourself. You overwhelm 4 alpha males right now.
I understand that, but
Ask
just
her the
know,
question. Is she
because
a
of the time.
misogynist
I was scared.
or misandrist?
I was scared of her when I first met her.
That was a show. That was a show. That was a show. That was a show.
Now,
was a show.
we're considered misogynists
Yes.
in the times that we're living in, right? But there's an opposite word that society is unfamiliar with. Misandrist. So, and misandrist means women that dislike men. We are constantly in this day and time being accused of being misogynist.
let me tell you
So
something.
with that being said,
I cannot speak for other women, but me personally, I grew up with men. Excuse me?
right.
I'd rather be in the presence of men than women.
Ooh, that's gonna be a problem if you're gonna say that.
I
you
can
say
repeat
in the
that.
camera?
You
know,
see
man?
how comfortable I am? I'd rather be in a room full of men than women. And it don't got nothing to do with sex or, you know, I know I exude sex and cuteness, but that's not it. Men are not catty. Men don't, I mean, y'all look us up and down for different reasons. Women look each other up and down to critique, to judge, not to be like when I see a bad girl, I be like, girl, you did that, sister, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they be like,
Well, that's part of the sisterhood. Go ahead.
sometimes they be like,
Yeah.
and I be like, what's okay, bye.
Recently,
And I'm on to the next. Like,
recently, during the hashtag Me Too movement,
since I've been looking like this.
So you just salute him. You got a nice outfit on your
Hey,
deal.
yeah, you
That's
look so
salute.
pretty.
Different when I said earlier, I want to shout out all the fighters.
Right, that's the salute.
I feel like I was the baddest in my mind.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure Mel and Mickey
Yeah.
and Mike and others are feeling
It
the
is
same
to
way.
me,
Me and Nietzsche had a
Respect.
fight, but it was
it is
love.
taking away the William Lynch
It
concept
didn't win
of
win.
jealousy
And guess what we did after
and
that?
hate.
Went to Earl's, got
Allow
a beer,
us
we
to
drunk beer.
salute one another. That is where the unity comes in at. That is where building up home comes in at. And then right after that, community. Allow me to just say, good job. Allow me to say, brother, you look good. Allow me to say, brother, show me. And when I say, brother, show me, don't hesitate in showing me how to build up the community. Because other races show each other how to build up their community. Word up. We are the only community that does not support each other, which inevitably leads to the poverty, which inevitably leads to the despair, which inevitably leads to the violence that is committed within our communities. And that leads to the lack of the desert of stores that we have that brings jobs to our community. One thing that takes place leads to the next, and it goes all the way up to like a 5th tier. But it all starts with jealousy, envy, and hate within ourselves that has been instilled in us. What the fuck can we do to get past that piece? Because we are kings and we are queens.
So it all ties into purpose and passion, right? Shout out to my homie DB, right?
Word up.
He say you gotta have a strong why. So your strong why is when you got set down for 2 years.
Indeed.
I'm gonna fight this shit.
It wasn't even that. It was that,
The why.
like,
So why?
I
So
got
why?
kids. At the time, I had kids. And that was the first time that I had involuntarily not been around them.
Yes, ma'am.
And that fucked up my psyche, too. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows your kids is everything. And then you can't be there when they need you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financial, whether it's you being their psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? Like, being away from them kids is totally different. And the grandkids,
For sure.
when you go, let me tell you, a grandparent's love, when you're ready to fuck up your own child because of somebody else, that's a love you cannot replace. You can't explain it.
No.
Let me throw this one word, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Go run with it. Remember earlier, I was like, it's a word I'm going to leave out, but I'm going to come back to it. So for years, I've been shot 4 times, 2 different cases. And
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I was shot 4 times on 2 different occasions. They was cowards. They hid behind masks. Cowards. That was the only way they was going to point I want to make though, for years I used to be like, I was a victim of gunshot. That was a word that I took out now. Because when you in the game, you ain't no fucking victim. You in the game and come with it. Like, and I wanted to throw that at y'all because you wasn't a victim. If you hustling, the police catch you, you ain't a victim.
Absolutely.
If the robbery boys catch you with you ain't no fucking victim.
Absolutely.
You make a mistake, they gonna counter it. You gotta be 2 steps ahead. The police catch you. Oh, I was a victim of the police arrest me. Nah, you was hustling.
Right.
So I mean, it's even with the shit going on in our communities, hustling been around since the mafia.
Word.
They go back. Hustling always been there. It's the killing that fucked me up, and the killing is where I'm.
That's when they normally come. That's when they come and get your ass. When they start really investigating. When the bodies start showing up.
Like when we hustling there, I don't knock nobody for what they do. You get out and you get out, but you just gotta know what come with it. But you ain't gonna never tell me you was a victim when you out in that shit. I always tell my cats it's a triangle. You at the top, especially when you at the level of certain individuals. You at the top, you got the robbery boys, you got the police, task, feds, whatever
Snitches.
level you on, set up bras, all that shit that come in the game. So when you get caught up, you ain't a victim. You die out there, you ain't a victim. If I'd have died, I wasn't a victim. My family might have thought that shit, but in actuality, I wasn't a victim. Because it was a game I was playing.
Word.
But truthfully,
Word.
with this dope game, you thinking, I'm rich, I got it, but you don't know the cause and effect on your family, on your kids. I ain't get to see my auntie die, my uncles. My daughter got killed, and I was in the justice center facing 20 years, and feds pick it up. Facing 20, and I'm 50. Wow. Came off of 5 by the grace of God and my parents. I got a lovely mom. I've been working. Mama 77, worked for University Hospital for 45 years with 45 staples in her chest. I got a lovely sister with a mouth, but I love my sister because I don't tell you, she'd kill over me. She would try to kill anybody over me, but I love her. My first really big fight I had, I ain't glorifying fight, Meet You Rogers. He stole me.
He was really a fighter, man.
What? Let me tell you. He stole me on a wall. We had on Glencoe. We had a wall. We had it. I swear to God, it was like, and he stole me off of it.
Who's cuz?
Jeff.
Jeff
But I'll tell y'all something about Jeff. A lot of people didn't know. Every morning I taught Jeff how to play basketball. 7 o'clock in the morning, Jeff knocked on my door. Big bro, let's go play basketball. I love Jeffrey. Torrance, I'm gonna make him laugh. We was at Raw. There's a guy named Nate. He got a brother named Lamont. He tried me in that hoop court. Torrance thought I was gonna back down. Let's knuckle up. Cause I was skinny at one time, but at Ross I was kind of messed up. He'll tell you, but I love to fight. But with Nate, he was a bully. I'll go at you too. But I ain't glorifying it, but I could fight to see another day. When I realized it, when I was at London, I almost died. The police broke my shoulder, 3 ribs, 2 backbones. Everybody thought I was going to die. If they didn't get me in the hospital, I would have been dead in half an hour because my lungs was punctured. I stayed in the hospital 6 months. But let's come together as black people. We killing each other off too fast for nothing.
So you said something about the game. My son got killed in Westchester, Ohio, because the fucking kids thought they was playing a game. Not a game.
It ain't.
You feel me? It's real life. And that's what I told him at the funeral. I said, y'all the Grand Theft Autos, the Call of Duties, and all that bullshit that my son sat down in front of the TV, played that shit for hours. But when them motherfuckers, my son got killed with a registered gun by an 18-year-old. And I truly believe the motherfucker just really thought he was playing a game. But the game cost my son 1 shot to the head, 1 shot to the back at 18 years old.
See, that's what I'm saying. We know guns take lives.
Yes. Yes.
And even at 18, you know.
Yes. Yes.
You know right from wrong.
Yes. So me and you are in an unfortunate club together.
Me, you and my brother Johnny.
You lost.
That's why I wanted to.
He lost his son.
Yeah, I believe, but I just don't like. Mental health is real.
Yeah.
But that shit ain't no excuse.
So you lost a child as well.
No, my child passed away.
The child passed away.
I lost a child.
For sure.
So I know the feeling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How old?
That's what I lost my
Can you give a
daughter.
shout out to your son? Can you say your son's name?
Cortez Baker.
Absolutely. Can you say your son's name?
Antoine D'Angelo Hill Jr.
Can you say your daughter's name?
Brianna Martell Michelle Ragley.
I'm gonna say my son's name, Jamar Jones Sr. The reason why I wanted to say those names is because we're gonna say their names because these are individuals that are no longer with us, and these are individuals that at some point in time you feel guilty about it. Like, what could I have done to make this different?
Yes.
What could I have
to be
done
me.
for my child to be here? And when we say we're picking up the pieces, and this is a podcast called Picking Up the Pieces, part of the picking up the pieces is an accountability. Part of the picking up the pieces is saying, what could I have done to make things different where I won't be here and my child will be here? Because the natural evolution of life is for our children to bury us and not us to bury our children.
Right.
And this is what plagues us in our community right now. And we popping about individuals like William Lynch and other individuals that have given agendas for us to be where we are. Black people. And we're not even, the word black was created. Word up. What we are Moors, right? We're individuals, we are souls. We're individuals that have been set up because they understand what our power is.
We're really gods. We're
yeah,
really gods.
And it happened early on. So when you say, why is my son deceased? Why is my daughter deceased? It's an agenda that has been put in place by way of those that have hate in their hearts. And you say, why do the blacks kill themselves? Because no other race recognizes that we are kings as well as queens. And for the race that does recognize that, there are agendas set in place. The matrix is set in place for us to take the blue pill versus the red so we can see what's actually going on in our babies' heads. And not just our babies' heads, at some point in time in our heads as well, which inevitably leads to, why is my child gone? Because we were a part of the original package that showed and said, if we do it this way, Johnny Baker's son will be gone.
I heard you.
Antoine's son will be gone. Money's daughter will be gone. And my stepson will be gone, but not my stepson. Because I hold the responsibility of the blood father to say I will be there. When the pastor says, after today, we're going to have to be here for this family. Today is just today, but in the coming days, weeks, months, and years,
Everybody disappear on you.
everybody says that they will be there, but at the end of the day, it's just going to be you and God.
Yes, sir.
But what brought us together today is picking up the pieces. Brothers Inc.
I heard you. I heard you, show.
And all of these are sayings to say, ooh, here goes my 1%. That can add up to 100%. But we have to come together. Because apart we are nothing. But together we can start. Because it actually began with us. God will give you revelation if you hold yourself accountable for part, a pie, a small piece, a small fraction of why ours that we created are not here today.
I'm so happy.
What can we do to make this go back the right way?
I ain't glorifying what I did, and so I wasn't there for my son, DeAndre Lamont Thornton. I got a great son, but I am there for my grandkids. I said, I'm sorry, son, I couldn't be there for you, but I can be there for my grandkids. And I got a son, he's 35. I love him to death. We have our ups and downs. He ride motorcycle. I don't like it, but I said that's your choice. I'm just glad my son ain't no street guy. He didn't take after me. My daughter, she wants to be a lot like me, so that's why I hold myself accountable for a lot of stuff that happened to her. I feel guilty. Torrance really know me. Johnny know me. So with that, get with your kid. Talk to him. We don't sit down at the table enough no more. When I was coming up, we ate. Out of 7 days, we ate 5 times a day. How your day going? What's on your mind? We ate.
For sure on Sunday.
For sure. But I'm talking about my mom at work, my grandma, we ate and we talked. We need to get back to the bottom roots and stuff. We got to get back to the bottom.
I think it was Casey earlier that was talking about you got to find something like everybody got something that's gonna trigger them that make them turn this way. For me, it was finding God. So
Turn which way?
the right way.
Because trigger is a big word.
Yeah.
Trigger can be, I'm gonna body you, or trigger can be, ooh.
But when you
What trigger?
When I was in the game, when one of my situations happened, I remember a day with me and my brother G, and we went to somebody's house, and homie wanted to do something kind of similar to what them fools did over there to that child over there.
Word.
It was something along them lines, and I wouldn't let it go there because his family had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go to that extra mile. That I know that if to be in this game, to be at a certain level, and to garnish the respect, because fighting, I always had it. But now we get into a whole nother level where cats is disrespecting you. They're trying you, they're breaking your houses, they're trying to catch you, kill you, and all that. So now it's like, when you in that lifestyle, you either going to have to step your game up and go to that next level, or you're going to get the fuck out. So mine was, you know what, finding God and finding that peace within God. And like she said, learning yourself, man. When I learned myself and I realized, man, I was carrying this whole neighborhood on my back, and a whole neighborhood of cats on my back. That shit got heavy, bro.
Yeah.
I swear it got heavy. I came home, when I came back from Texas, I was 21. And the Wild Boys was on top. And Rob Hunter, Leonard, all of them, they was youngsters. They was running around us. And
Shout out to
I got
Rob
threw
Hunter.
up front. You the leader, you the what? So it's like everywhere we go, he go, that's Johnny Break, boom, pow, it's on. But it was fighting. Nobody died. It was just neighborhood bullshit. Lincoln Heights, Bond Hill fighting. Lincoln Heights, Bond Hill, Kenny Heights, Bond Hill, Avondale. But nobody died, bro. Like it was, you threw some hands, somebody got their head busted, Mike got knocked out with brass knucks. I mean, that was the much that it got. And niggas, you went home to live another day, man. And now we see these brothers now as love. You shake hands and hug on them. VC, Mitchie, no step brother. I think Mitchie, Vincent Cunningham. Well, I love this story, man. Because Vincent was one of my toughest fights I ever had in my life. And what I was talking about respect, I sucker punched him one night, stole him.
What was it about? The girl.
No, I was just on my bullshit. I was Johnny Baker. I'm the fighter. This was about wasn't no money, no clothes, none of that. It was fighting now, okay. But I didn't like him for no reason. I said he think he bad. And I was like,
so that's what you was on. All them years, you was knocking out everybody.
And I abandoned him. But I know I respect about him. His partner woke him up. And I'm outside, whoop-de-whoop, everybody rah-rah. And VC came down the steps and said, let's go. Round 2. I said, oh, shit. Man, we banged for about good 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I had some knots on my head. He had some. And it wasn't no winner. He was the winner, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? People say I got the best of him. But he was a winner in my eyes, bro. To that day on, we became brothers, man. I remember that one time, though, right? I'm going to give you the story. My brother, I grew up, my daddy lived on Huntington. So Michi and Woodrow, all them home. My brother, Johnny Pickin. That's my stepbrother.
Yeah, that's my partner.
So so I got cool with Michi and I'm real tight. So we had the rink one night. And lo and behold, VC walked in. We just had a fight. We banged out. He like, you already know what it is. We got to go again. I said, well, nigga, let's go. So we go take our skates off. We go over to the front. Man, and I ain't going to lie. I'm like, God, I got to fight. Nah, I was only 160 back then. I wasn't no big guy. I was a big guy, but I was 165. I started boxing in the Army at like 168. I wasn't no big dude. So when VC was way bigger than me. But, man, when he walked over there with Michi and them, I said, Michi and them like, who you about to fight, Johnny? Johnny and I'm like, nah, that's family, man. That's brother. It got squashed, man. But I'm like, God damn, I'll fight this boy again. I got somebody that I beat up, but I ain't want him again. I ain't gonna lie.
It's tough.
He put some knots on me.
So I was about to. I got cheered up real quick because what I heard was 3 fights and you still here telling your fucking story.
Oh, he had a million.
A million fights and you still sitting here to tell your story. Whereas now we want to exterminate and execute.
Exactly.
I want to picking up the pieces. This is a great episode.
For sure.
Hey, word up. Hey, this is a great episode of Picking Up the Pieces. What I would like to do is invite these brothers back, as brothers and sisters, for a part 2 of Picking Up the Pieces. And then them explaining to you their passion, their purpose, their mission, as well as their vision. And this is what I would like to leave them with, is this. What do you say to the modern day way of thinking that social networks have shown us, as well as a reality series when it comes to Brothers Inc. having conversations with the police? And then the individuals that you've been dealing with saying, niggas talking to the police, they them boys. They them boys. With that being said, hold what you have to say now. We're going to hold this for episode 2 of Picking Up the Pieces. Because this is a part of what takes place when you turn your life over to God and you run away from Gabriel, from Satan. Satan is going to send privates, regular soldiers, generals, lieutenants, you name it, at you, because you've said no more for you. I am going to find a way to say I'm a soldier on the battlefield for my Lord, but the moment you do that, it opens the floodgates for all type of negativity. And one of the things that you face when you're an OG gangster versus the new school gangster is they going to say that you them boys, you 12, you them boppers, but they don't understand. I am not that. You working for the police. I am working with the police. There's a total difference. Because when you're working with the police, you're working to build up the community. Because a lot of the police officers that we know nowadays, they are homeboys. And we know them. And we tired of this shit. But you're an actual fed acting like you holding up the laws that comes with the dope game. We're individuals that held up the laws that come with the dope game. You're actually a confidential informant that's perpetrating as a real nigga. So with that being said, the next time that we come on to part 2 of Picking Up the Pieces, let's speak about what it takes for you to ignore the devil and continue the process to be on the battlefield for your Lord. Picking Up the Pieces. We get it together and make it happen. Hold tight.
I want to talk about that so bad.
Hold on.
Next
We're gonna
time.
wait.
I heard what you said. And I already heard that same
Hold on, let me say one thing. We got a brother that's retired. That's our brother from Cincinnati Police.
What's his name?
Dave Hunter, Barn Hill. He with us in our group. He's a retired police officer.
He ain't no informant.
He ain't no informant, none of that.
Nothing going on but
Helping these kids.
One more time. They once you cross over, they will say that you them boys, but you working for the police. We working with the police.
Hey, Ben said I was the boys. I don't care what they say.
We're working to build up our community and working with the police. Word up. But our part of working up with the police is what? Where were you all at today? I'm sorry, Mr. Johnny Baker.
It was across the street from the Hearst Center in Avondale. And my partners was over there. I couldn't make it, but they was over there.
Represented.
But police officers are there as well.
Oh, if they was. Hey,
we're working with them to build it up.
No, they wasn't
there. They wasn't there.
But here's the thing.
We're working in concert.
There you go.
Right.
And guess what? Like they wanna fund the stuff we got going on a lot of, but we ain't working with them.
We ain't working with them.
Shout out to Eddie Hawkins.
Right. Yeah. Eddie Hawkins.
Shout out to Eddie Hawkins. Word up.
My partner.
But that's a whole episode.
Whole nother episode.
Right.
We coming back at you.
Hold on. I'll tell you what we got.
Can you close this out?
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what we got. If y'all been watching, we got a couple more black men and a beautiful black woman that's standing up. And we're going to grab hands together. Yes. And we're going to continue just to rise and stop bullshit and stop playing. You hear me?
Right.
It's the unity. This is the unity within our community. Pulling pieces together to see what we can do to help ourselves versus keep talking about slavery. Yeah, we went through slavery. Yes, we went through Jim Crow. But goddamn it, this is America. And there are several different ways for us to reach financial security as well as escape our generational poverty and build our communities up. This is what we up to through Picking Up the Pieces.
And our last word is love in the house. That's all.
Love in the house.
Word up.
Love in the house.